How to make a puzzle, create your own fun. Putting together a puzzle is not just a great way to challenge your brain, but making your own puzzle adds a whole new level of creativity and personalization. Whether you're crafting a special gift or just want a fun DIY project, designing a homemade puzzle is both rewarding and entertaining. You can choose between a sturdy wooden puzzle or an easier-to-make cardboard version, depending on the tools you have. Let's get started on your puzzle-making adventure. Step 1. Choose your design. Your puzzle can feature anything you love. A printed photograph, a hand-drawn illustration, or even a cool pattern from a poster or greeting card can make an excellent puzzle image. If using a photograph, pick a high-resolution image and print it in your desired size. If drawing by hand, use high-quality paper and your favorite art materials. You can also design an image on your computer and print it out for a unique digital touch. Step 2. Gather your tools. Here's what you'll need to bring your puzzle to life. Glue, craft glue or spray glue. Spray lacquer, to protect your image. Ruler and pencil, for precise measurements. Cutting tools. Scissors or a hobby knife, for cardboard puzzles. Coping saw or scroll saw, for wooden puzzles. Dremel tool, optional for extra precision. Pro tip, if you're using a photograph, make sure your lacquer is photo-safe. Step 3. Select your puzzle backing. The base of your puzzle is just as important as the image. Choose from plywood, 1/8 inch thick, sturdy and long-lasting, but requires a saw for cutting. Cardboard, craft quality, easy to work with and can be cut with scissors or a utility knife. If you don't have craft cardboard, a clean, flat piece from an old box will do. Avoid thin cardboard, like cereal boxes, unless making a very simple puzzle. Step 4. Attach your image to the backing. Place your backing on wax or parchment paper to keep your workspace clean. Apply an even layer of glue on the backing. Carefully place your image on top, centering it as needed. Use a roller or an old credit card to smooth out air bubbles. Let the glue dry completely before moving on. Step 5. Protect your image with lacquer. To make your puzzle last longer, apply a thin coat of spray lacquer over the image. Do this in a well-ventilated area. Allow it to dry fully before cutting the puzzle. This step keeps your puzzle looking fresh, even after multiple uses. Step 6. Trim the edges. If your image is bigger than the backing, trim it down for a clean edge. For cardboard, use scissors or a hobby knife. For wood, carefully use a saw to match the shape of the image. Now, your puzzle base is ready for cutting. Step 7. Create a grid for the puzzle pieces. Flip the puzzle over so the image is facing down. Use a ruler to draw a grid of squares. 3/4 inch for more pieces, smaller, harder puzzle. 1 inch for fewer pieces, easier puzzle. Instead of drawing your own, you can print a puzzle template from online sources. Step 8. Draw your puzzle shapes. To create interlocking pieces, add curved, ball and socket shapes along the edges of each grid square. You can also mix in other shapes like triangles or squares for variety. If using a printed puzzle template, glue it to the back and let it dry. Step 9. Cut out your puzzle pieces. For cardboard, cut along the lines with scissors or a hobby knife. For wood, use a saw carefully, making sure to follow the puzzle lines. Tip: instead of cutting one piece at a time, cut rows or columns first, then separate them into individual pieces. You did it! Now you have a custom-made puzzle that's fun to assemble and even more special because you created it yourself. Whether gifting it to a loved one or keeping it for personal enjoyment, this DIY puzzle is sure to bring joy. Creativity has no limits. Keep exploring, keep making, and most importantly, have fun.